Well, hello everybody, welcome back to episode 61, my let's play of, can never say the name right, Tyranny, and of course I'm IVATOPIA. Okay, let's get on with this. We've just fought her. If you watched last episode, we had a massive conversation with her. We fought her the episode before, technically twice. And now we're going to carry on our journey. Ah, here we go. How far did we get? Not far. I'm trying to get down to here. And we're home. Well, not home. We're at the location where we're supposed to be rescuing somebody and making them join us. Something like that, I believe. Hold down the tab key to highlight important characters and objects you can interact with. Loading, loading, loading. Loading, loading, loading. Be nice to at least have my mouse. Like point at stuff up and edge back as it goes. Oh, that's pretty cool. Go to Trapper's Junction. Investigate Trapper's Junction. Show some of my stuff, shouldn't I? Spot a soldier lying. You spot a soldier lying in a slump. I know. I can't put myself before I spoke to him. Though the mud and blood caked on his tattered garb, you can make out the colours and incident of the unbroken. He fights through pain with each of the ragged breaths. As you approach, he shifts his head slightly towards you, but does not appear to have strength to look up. The Unbroken Legion was the proud and accomplished army of the realm of Starwood, citing their victories as evidence of skill. They pride themselves on never facing defeat while fighting on the home soil. After the Edict of Storms tore apart Starwood and twisted in their blade caves, barely the 12th of the Unbroken's former strength survived. So this is it then. Just kill me quickly. I'm in no state to continue on like this. His full smile sends a trickle of blood out of the side of his mouth. What happened here? I have pressing questions. Do you need aid? I could dress those wounds. Let me haste your journey to the void. What happened? He raises his head and takes a look at you while winching. The Scarlet Chorus. They've been driving us across the wasteland, pressing their attack at every turn. Looks like they finally got us cornered in the pass. I was part of the first line of defense. When my comrades got wiped out, the chorus went on through. I thought myself lucky they didn't check for survivors. After a few hours I started to change my mind. His worst smile quickly turns into a witch of pain. I have pressing questions. He coughs up a glob of blood and looks at it with amusement. I don't have much time to regale with tales of Starwood history. I'm afraid I'd rather spend these last moments remembering the true colour of the sky. Focus up at the dirty walls. Do you need help? Let's say you pay me. You have gained wrath with blood mark. Why? I'm going to get money from him. Very optimistic of you, but his wounds are too severe. I could attempt a healing spell, but I fear it's merely prolong his pain and give him little more than false hope. He gasps, spilling more blood on the earth. Don't you come any closer. I've seen what the gang bosses do to people. The sick, B-word, jagged remedy. He trails off, wincing in agony. Remember, Remedy's nearby, is he? Liz shakes her head. D-word, I always hate that creepy old man. I suppose I'll leave you be then. Tak, let me hasten your journey to the void. If this is strictly necessary, I could mix up a sedative and... Oh, you're going to kill him. Forget I said anything. You deliver a swift blow to the head. The last of his energy leaves him as he crumples to the ground. Is this way supposed to be heading down here or this way?
If it means adding to their army, the Scarlet Chorus can wear anyone down. The Unbroken have held out longer than most.
Ah, the scores. We'll do that in a second. Let's pick this stuff up first. We've got to get them on our side, don't we? Maybe down each one is some of the people we're after. Well, they set a trap on us.
I'll be your shadow.
I'll be your shadow. Pick up stuff this time. Traps. I don't run into them again. We're sleeping. Oh, who's this dude? That's pretty cool how she stealths. Get all this stuff before we talk to him. Jagged Remedy, their heavily armoured crimson spear is presently occupied using a sharpened piece of bronze. Self-inflicted wound in his forearm. He glances up at you and grimaces from pain or from recognition. It's difficult to tell. The Fatebinder Turan is recognised in my camp. Hail! They call me Jagged Remedy. Ah. You are a fair way from Turan's court. Did you get lost? Or are you here for a reason? Speak up, my gang is occupied enough without entertaining guests. I have questions about you, and as Turan's Fatebinder, I think you should treat me with own respect. Headbutt him, you first. What's the voices want to invite the influenced people, of course. I'm here to help. With that smart mouth, it's a wonder you're still alive. You gain favour with Scarlet Chorus and gain 50 affluence skill points. He takes the blow and reels back with wide-eyed incomprehension. Takes him at the length of a shocked silence to blink himself back to awareness and regard you with contempt. Now that is how you get a man's attention. He grins, revealing blood on his front teeth, which he licks clean. The voice's new toy is as thick-headed as I hoped. Alright, what do you want to know? Point to his arm, what are you doing first? She huffs. Afraid so. I ran with him for a bit. Back when his cruelty and depravity got somewhere. When it came to whipping new recruits in line. Now he's just a glorified butcher who goes through conscripts like a scythe through wheat. I left around the time he started looking at me in a way I didn't like. Don't get me wrong, I like releasing my aggression in the bedroll, but with Remedy here, I thought it might be a bad idea. Oh, so he fancies you. I assure you, Verse, I was interested in satisfying a very different delight. I wanted to see how much of your skin I could remove in a single piece and replace with panels of unfeeling wood. It would not have been anything personal. So he wanted to kill her. Wow. Oh, in that case, all is forgiven. Verse rolls her eyes. Crazier than the old walls, rubbing this one. What are you doing? Learning. As I always do. He winches and pulls a fleck of gore from the wound. I'm hoping to make a breakthrough on pain tolerance, and in this case the best lessons are self-taught. I would focus more on my gang and toughen them up, but he frowns at some of his fighters and shrugs. Testing their limits is chancy, the sort of activity that begs for an uprising, and I don't have the time or manpower to call these weasels into order while we're hunting unbroken. Who are you? The boss of these mongrels, the important rash gang. He nods to his recruits with a pride. They're my mates, my bloodletters, and a useful source of living tissue when my experiments run dry. Wow. I've been at war since it began. At least we have that much in common. Hey, Binder. A smile of eerie familiarity flickers to his face. Your experiments? He nods. Alchemists and don't know what that word is. Churchurans may have fancy titles and all the rare herbs you can shake a spear at, but they all share one thing: they don't spend time in the front lines. They haven't seen wounds evolve from fresh to grotesque, and they know nothing of cobbling together healing solutions from what's practically available and far from home. We're not disfavoured. We don't have the luxury of wounds that close by the law of our Archon. He gestured to his own seeping cut. Someone has to find a better way, so I study my prisoners from the tip of their hairs to the black of their humours, and I learn. And when we're light on prisoners, I use my gang, or myself for that matter. Can you teach me anything you've learned? He chuckles, as if I would impact the lessons I've taken from agony and despairs them out to every churlish student that happened by. It's a simple no. If you wanted to pledge your dying allegiance to me and join my gang, well, that would be a different matter. I pledge my life and my cause to you and your gang, Master Remedy. Yeah, why not? Oh, won't let me. What did you mean by the voices on a new toy? You can't be as dim as this, can you? He shakes his head. Your career is on the rise, and the voice of Nurad has taken an interest. He has eyes for watching and ears for listening, both in abundance, I assure you. The way he spins it, one might think you're in line for a spot at his second, but the voices doesn't work that way. One of two things will happen. Jagged Remedy counts on dirty fingers. You will disappear when you end up. I'm not sure even the voices knows. Or not even the voices know. Or one morning we'll simply find you impaled on a pike, and that will be that. The voices doesn't tolerate ambition, but the instant's longer than it serves his goal, and he's too old to retain anything that fails to amuse him. If the risk of dealing with an artist like the voices is too high, maybe you should have thought about that before getting his attention. But that's none of my business. You were sizing me up earlier. Why? He's a degenerate and a pervert, but that shouldn't stop you from heeding his counsel. He's a good boss. She nods to Jagged Remedy. Thank you, Verse, for your frank and elucidating perspective on my qualities. He glares at her before refocusing back onto you. Refocusing. No offense intended. I make human anatomy my business. When I spot a specimen of interest, I take heart. He chuckles to himself and nods. If we were at Ebony's, I would drain your organs one by one, just to see what the imbalance of humours might do to you. I would open holes in your skull and puppeteer your exposed tendons. He sighs, alas, no questions about you. You're satisfied your curiosity then? Good, we can move on already, with telling me why you're taking up valuable breathing room. With a smart mouth, it's a wonder you're still alive. Gained wrath with Scarlet Chorus athlete's experience. Good, never let up on challenging the chorus. A gang boss is expected to hold their own. Verse said that. Good, never let up against even the greenest recruits. Not that I'm saying anything in particular about you. You're feistier than I expected. Good, the Scarlet Chorus needs people passionate to whip the rest into shape. We cornered a group of soldiers in the past. I understand that one of them is the unbroken leader, Martus. The voices of Naran has been adamant about inviting people of influence into our ranks. He wishes to learn as much as he can before he breaks them. Jagremdi seems delighted by the very concept. In keeping with the voices directive, I want to conscript Matus and his unit and add their strength to my gang. The whole thing has proven troublesome, but we're about to introduce these once proud locals to their breaking point. I'm here to help. What's the problem? Do you have a hard time conscripting soldiers? How have you managed to recruit so far? Do that one. His eyes fill with delight. Soldiers put up a big show of resisting us, but that only makes their conquest all that sweeter. Pressing drunken sailors into service lacks the satisfaction of a job well done. Soldiers need less breaking in. They won't cry themselves to sleep like a farmhand or midwife recruited to the front lines. They simply take up their weapons to fight for the better cause. Ours. I'm here to help. What's the problem? Not that one. The same way you hunt any large ungainly beast, wounding it until it lays exhausted and bleeding in the mud. Nightmare raids, daytime ambush and cutting off their food supply have softened the meat for the butcher block. Once these southerners learn to give up their pride, they will be ours. Here to help. These rebels won't give up without a fight, but they're useless to me as corpses unless starlet meat keeps better than pork. Nothing. Starlet meat kept better than pork. He's gonna eat him. I crumble. He's a cannibal. Nothing in this tone implies that he's joking. I want you to convince them to join my crew. Use that charm and skill that won you the Sunset Spire. How could these backwoods integrate? Do what the word is that? What on earth is that? Integrate, do whatever that is. Respect the person who owns the highest building in Lavender Crossing. He smirks to himself. The Unbroken should be pushovers by now. We've bled them nearly dry, and they will prove malleable, but taking negation, he shivers a little. Not my strong suit. Speak with them, convince them to put down their rusted poles and join our ranks. What would Unbroken doing? Submit to me or die. Whoa! Betray alliance. Actually, I've decided to form my own gang without Nirat or Karasubit. I didn't know I had that. I'll think about it. I'll help you let me do that one because then I can do it next time. He cranes his neck to observe the rust storm swirling overhead. The weather turns against us. We won't wait forever. So either help us or stand aside. I have no patience. The only reason I've done that because I'm going to end the episode here and save. And I'm just going to quickly, after I have ended this, just check, I haven't messed up there. Because I don't want time to carry on. Yeah, what do the Scarlet's Children want out of the Blade Grave? Okay, yeah, I can carry on. Doesn't seem as many things there, unfortunately, but still. So that's great good stuff. And tune next week. It's IVATOPIA saying bye for now, everyone. When we will have a chat with these. It's IVATOPIA saying bye, everybody. Have a great midday. Bye.